Good morning folks, and welcome to another Edge Beveler review by Armitage Leather. Here I have a set of Palosanto Edge Bevelers sent to me by a chap called Palosanto, and initially, visually, they look stunning. That's the first thing. These particular ones are housed in African blackwood, so there's a lovely weight, there's a solidity to these tools. You feel like you're holding something quite firm. These tools are handmade by Palosanto, so everyone is very slightly different. They are available from palosantofactory.com, so www. I'll stick a link down here, palosantofactory.com. Now, I discovered these by speaking with Bill at District Leather Supplies, and I'll stick a link to him as well because he sells them in the US, and came across these, asked him what they were. He gave me Palosanto's email, so I dropped him a line and we started talking. I've got an awl and I've got a French edger and a couple of other bits and pieces, and I'm hoping that we can do some more work together and get these tools pushed, but see what else can be made as well. Now, visually, they are stunning. They really are. We've got African blackwood. However, you have options. You can have Bubinga, African blackwood, which is this one, and Lignum vitae. I think he also does on occasion a burl. So have a look at the website, see what you like the look of, and see what takes your fancy. Now, they're $70 each, which is £53. If you buy them from Bill at District Leather Supply, however, they're $75, but you don't have the import duty. He takes care of all of that. The finish on them appears to be like a forged finish, a little bit rough. I'm saying rough, it's like a textured finish. It's intentional, it's not by accident at all. There's a bit of a textured finish to it, which looks quite nice, but the working end is all polished and sharp. I've got four here. I've got a 0, a 1, a 2 and a 3. Now the 0 is 0.3 to 0.4 mil. Like I say, these are handmade, so they're going to be a little bit of variation and you've got to have a level of tolerance there. The number 1 is 0.7 to 0.8 mil. The number 2 is 1 to 1.1 mil, and the number 3 is 1.5 to 6 mil. And first impressions, looking at them, they are absolutely stunning. There's a little bit of a sort of put together business going on here, insofar as there's 2 grub screws on the back. And I've not actually tried to take one out yet, but I suspect that I could unscrew these, take this tool out. So if something gets damaged, there's the possibility of messing around, which I quite like. And equally, it gives him scope for using this handle for many other tools. And that's something that's quite nice, and you can ensure that it's locked on there. They're made from M2 high-speed steel, I am told. I'm not entirely sure how that factors in relation to many other steels, but I've got to say they perform. They've not been sharp and they've not been put on the mop. They have come to me, and out the packet they work an absolute dream. And I mean an absolute dream. We've got to look at them. You can see how fine they go down. Enough of the gubbins, enough of the messing around. Let's have a look at some leather. So let's put these to the side so I can see them. Now, I've got here a piece of 2.5 mil split, which means it's been split down, it's been refinished. It's ropey, nasty leather. I suspect we'll have a look at the number 2. So, as ever, back first, and we can see that that's been machine finished. Not pretty, not nice. However, proof of the pudding. You can't argue with that, can you? That is absolutely stunning. There's a nice angle to these. I thought when I first got them, I'm just going to pull that back on shot for you. Look at the consistency. I thought this was a bit long when I first got it, and I was curious about this angle going on here. I like a little bit of intimacy with my tools. You know, I'd be happy with something this sort of length and getting close. So I thought that was a little long, a little unwieldy. However, it just sets your hand at the right angle. You can see very, very clearly where you're following, and off you go. It's an absolute doddle. And that's nice. That's nice for ropey leather. And speaking of ropey leather, I've got another piece here. I've got a piece of russet, nasty, baggy, horrible russet. I suspect I'll go to I'll stick with the two. I'll stick with the two. I don't think this is going to cut well at all. This is about the leather, not so much the tool. The leather's just giving up, just relaxing and crumpling underneath the tool. But nonetheless, we get a cut. Let's try the face side. Not bad. I mean, this is about 2mm thick, but you could see that this was beginning to try and run away from the leather already. There's no substance to this. It's nasty, nasty leather. Right, got a bit of chrome. This is Chrome XL from Halloween. I'm going to drop down to a number 1 because we're now down to about, I don't know, 1.8mm there or thereabouts. So I'll come down in size. Oh dear me, look at that. And that was the back. Let's see what the front does. I say, that's the first time I've done the chrome. That's not bad, is it? That's stunning. Look at the straight cut you get with that. Absolutely fantastic. Good leathers are always going to bevel nicely. This is a piece of crazy horse. I got it from Lucia when I was out in Los Angeles teaching, and she gave me a piece to bring home to play with. I've been playing with it, and it's oily. This is a ropey corner bit. You'd cut this off, you wouldn't necessarily use this, but really baggy, really fluffy, very tight, very oily. Lots of pull up, we can see there. How's it going to bevel? Let's have a number 2 back, I think. Leather's giving up, it's trying to hide from the tool. But nonetheless, that's not bad. Let's see what the face does. See the distortion going on there. Look, the leather's running away from it. It's giving up. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. A good sharp tool. Let's get that colour back down again. And we get a nice clean cut. They are nasty, nasty leathers to try and bevel. Right, we've got a piece of Lamport from Metropolitan. A very, very good piece of leather. This is 1.5. Let's drop down to the number 1. Back first. Absolute dream. Look at that. Spin it over, do the face. It's not like you're pushing at all. That is absolutely pin straight. If you were using a high quality leather, you want a high quality tool, you want a good cut, this will give it to you. This really will. Let's have a go at a good chunky bit of 3mm shoulder. Let's go back, let's go for the number 3, shall we? Very robust. Oh look, that just sails through. Absolute dream. Absolute dream. I'm curious. Hang on a minute. Just for fun. Well, that is stunning. Let's just give that edge a little bit of a riding. No edge coat, no beeswax, none of that. Well, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Well, can't argue with that. I might even round it off. I haven't got my other rounder with me. I'll use this one. Somebody else's. So it'll take a nice flat edge and a rounded edge as well. That is gorgeous, and I think if black is a little bit of a misnomer because you're tempted, you know, you do that and you think, oh, I don't need to put any product on it. You still do to keep the fibres together. So even though it's black, I'd still put black edge coat on just to bond those fibres off. But that is absolutely outrageous. That is stunning. Let's go now to a piece of 5mm thick English bridle, heavy beastie stuff. Let's go back to the number 2. Let's stick a fine edge on this. So this is solid leather, absolutely solid. Can be tough to cut. Not today. Little pigtail coming off there. Beautiful. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. Let's give that a leg. Just out of curiosity. Now here I do a flat edge on a piece of leather this thick, which is why I'm using this tool. It's flat on the inside, very gentle curve. Just picking up the edges, and I've got to say, just looking at it, because if you look at the face of it, it's not rounded, it's flat on the end, but we've taken that chamfer off, that very, very fine bevel on the inside and the out, and as a result, that's given us an absolutely stunning edge. Still flat on the edge, so we get a lovely polish going on there. You may not be able to see it so well because it's very light, but take my word for it, that is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning edge. It just rides in. That was the number 2. I'm going to have to replay the video to make sure, because that is the sweet spot. I think it was the number 2 that I did. I will have to check. I'm so excited by it that I've forgotten. Oh, there we are. We've got all a dither. That is outrageous. I love them. I can keep going. I can keep saying stuff, but in truth, there's only so much I can say. You can see what's happening. What I'm going to do, this really, really nasty leather here, I'm going to have a go with, I'm not going to bother with the back because it won't work. I'm going to go for the 0. Real tester, different glasses. This leather is just going to give up. It's really loose, really malleable. If I get an edge off this, I'll be impressed. Now this is the 0, which is the 0.3 to 0.4. Look at that. That's outrageous. That's how sharp these are. These are out of the box. I've not touched them. That is fantastic. Let's have a go at the really nasty russet with that. The 0 again. Got a bit of a scar here, so it might kick there. Not so much with the russet. Doesn't like it. Let's try the chrome. Back to the 0. This is a true test. This is this malleable, soft leather. Put my other glasses on. snapped a little bit in the middle, but nonetheless a good cut. It even tried to give me a little bit of a pigtail there. It's so thin that it's relaxed, but that's fantastic. That is absolutely awesome. Awesome. Folks, I'm banging on about these, I really am. I've had these a little longer than I should have done. I've played with them a lot. I've got to say that they get picked up very, very frequently. I've not played with the chrome yet, but having just done that now, I've got to say I am singularly impressed. So we've got the 0, 1, 2, 3, which is the 0.3 to 0.4, 0.7 to 0.8, 1 to 1.1 and 1.5 to 6. Available from palosantofactory.com, link below, and if you're in the US, bill at districtleathersupply.com, link below as well. Folks, a winner. They look stunning and they work. 2 factors you want in any tool. It doesn't have to look stunning as long as it works. That's the most important thing. But if it works and looks stunning, it's a winner. It really, really is. Keep an eye on this chap. I can see more things coming out of his factory that could be very, very useful. He's obviously got a good understanding of what we need, and he's applying that to his tool making, and as a result, proof of the pudding, you can see how well these cut. You can see how clean that is. I'll just throw that back in there. You can see the contrast on that edge, and you can see how straight and beautiful a cut these tools give you. Folks, definite winner, definite. There's so many fantastic good tools out there. It's getting to the point now that you're getting spoilt for choice, and this is adding to the list. I love these because they look oldie worldy, but they're modern and they work. They're added to the list. Download the pack. If you want to see any other reviews, go through the videos, have a look at the pack. They're all there. If you've got any tools you want me to review, send them to me. Tell me what the tool's made of, how it's made and everything, and I will get onto it. But for now, I hope that helps. That's a cracking little tool. Oh, they are cracking little tools. And we will have a look at some other stuff another time. Just throw that in there. That is all. Really nice. Hope it helps. Take care. Enjoy.